Hello there, and welcome back to War Thunder. Today I want to talk about the absurd normality that is the Leopard 1 at battle rating 7.3. That is in the greater picture of the recent battle rating changes, and they were a big fiasco. They were going in the opposite direction in many cases as where they should be. There were some sensible decisions as well, but overall compression was made worse. Before we talk about this in detail, I wanna also mention that this might be the last video that I recorded with shadow play, because there are so many desynchronizations, and that is after I adjusted for it manually. So I hope I get some adjustments right and a new better recording software, and then hopefully the micro freezes are gone. So then I also had recently a little bit of the War Thunder blues. I didn't really feel like making videos, not just because of the quality, but because I felt burned out after the Operation Winter, after the Battle Pass grind. The battle rating changes also didn't really fill me with enthusiasm for the game, and I'm just in a state where this is also quite often the case at around this time of the year, because I'm playing War Thunder for a very long time, for almost 8 years by now. Jesus, it sounds absurd just saying that. Now back to the Leopard 1. The Leopard 1 is a classical glass cannon. It has a powerful gun, good gun handling, but it's also itself rather fragile. It's not so fragile that you can just kill it with a machine gun, except the Soviet 14.5 from the side, but you know what I mean. It's not a real lighting like that one that just bounces heat defense shells, literally. But that is the American T-114, and you just saw the autoloader in action. Very good example of a tank that sits at 6.7 and is a premium lighting that has a recoilless autoloading rifle with 433mm pen. That is fine. So in the greater picture, again, the video title is The Absurd Normality, because it's normal that this tank is around this battle rating in War Thunder. Other tanks of other nations are with similar capabilities also at home at this battle rating. And let's just talk about where it all went wrong. War Thunder is a fantastic game. It has unheard of possibilities. You can fight with planes and tanks in the same battle, together with helicopters. There are even ships and boats. The graphic is absolutely stunning. The gameplay itself, when it's working, it's absolutely fantastic. So there are just the little pieces that make you have a bitter taste in your mouth when you think about what is going wrong with this game. Gaijin is acting in a way that I don't understand, and the community overall has asked for a decompression for the longest time, because decompression means that a Leopard 1 won't fight in a mixed match a Tiger 2P, out of all things, or a Yacht Panther. We will see those examples in a mixed match later on. So why is this normal when you think about the firepower? Well, let's just go through the nations. If you are in the hangar, we start this time from the right side. The Swedish IKV 91, battle rating 6.7, 400mm heat shell, and also a laser rangefinder. The US H-405 has its autistic screeching moments at 7.0 with 2 autoloading rocket launchers firing 330mm heat rockets. Then the French with the old AMX 13 SS11 Premium 6.7, 600mm heat ATGMs, 4 of them. and still a decent autoloader. Italy has the Fiat 6614 at 6.3 firing 433mm anti-tank grenades from a recoilless rifle. China has the Type 62 at 6.7 firing 300mm heat FS rounds. Japan has the Type 61 that at 6.7 has 320mm 90mm heat rounds, and also APHE. Then for Britain, well, the former 20-pounder brigade has been dissolved, I guess, in 2 consecutive battle rating changes from 6.7 to 7.0 to 7.3. But we still have the FE4005, and also, well, back in the days we had the Stritzwagen 81 with 600mm ATGMs. The Soviets have the ASU 85 at battle rating 6.3, firing 300mm heat FS rounds. That's the same overall tank like the Jagdpanther. Yes, it has less armor, but the firepower is serious. And that is on top of the 245mm APHE rounds. Germany has the premium RU251 at 6.7. Its 320mm heat FS rounds are also very well known throughout the community. And the Jagdpanzer 45 also went to 6.3 with also 320mm heat FS rounds. The US have at 6.7 4 tanks that are very, very nasty to fight. M56 Scorpion, 320mm 90mm heat rounds plus APHE. Very sneaky, stupidly fast and maneuverable. Then we also have the T92 at 6.7, 254mm heat rounds and APDS. The M50 Ontos, again 6.7, 433 heat FS anti-tank grenades from 6 recoilless rifles and, if you wish, HESH rounds. And as I stated in the earliest example, the T114 at 6.7, again with 433mm anti-tank grenade recoilless rifle with an autoloader. That is just showing you basically a light tank problem. The light tanks spoil everything, and the reason why those tanks don't have absurd statistics, which now would force Gaijin to increase their battle rating, is because they kill each other, and they can be killed by everything at the end of the day, by aircraft, artillery strike, because glorious hull break, etc. And the environment is also not very well suited so that they can make use of their mobility. Now, the problem is this is then on the back of heavy tanks. Why is this a problem? Because up until this point, let's say 6.0, 6.3, there was always kind of a balance between armor and firepower before it all went south. And that has to do with then the introduction of APDS and heat FS. Now, while I would love to see those tanks in the game, I don't want them to be at this battle rating. And I always have a problem with a light tank just screeching around the corner with glorious mama wallet paid autistic screeching, emptying his recoilless rifle into or through the front plate of whatever tank that I'm driving, and might it be even a mouse. We're living in a world where the E100 and the mouse have now a higher battle rating than the Leopard 1. Isn't that fantastic? Isn't that awesome? Isn't this the game that you want to play with its historical accurate tanks? The performance, the rate of fire, the penetration, all this might be historically accurate. The environment and your position just isn't. And that is the point of criticism. And also, it seems like Gaijin has done the opposite of what people asked Gaijin to do. I think it's all right that we see the British 20-pounders move up, but there was never a replacement for them at 6.7. The former 6.7 lineup is now in tatters, and the British, believe it or not, are the only nation with no light tank, be it Tech 3 or Premium, at around this battle rating, leaving them, funnily enough, after the Germans, the only nation at around this battle rating without any sort of stupid mobility. But therefore they get the 20-pounder with the stabilizer and APDS slinger, and not just one but many tanks. But aside from this former promised land, Britain is now kind of empty. There is nothing absurd about it anymore that could be abused. But hey, don't worry, they still have high repair costs. I'm not here to mindlessly rant about it. I'm just saying this is the wrong direction, and there is some serious evidence for that. And it's so easy to fix this. It's so easy to overcome those issues. There are enough players. We have a worldwide pandemic where people are at home, and I would rather wait a minute or two in the queue to get a good match, a fun match, a fair match, a match where stupid things don't happen. I would pay for that at this point. But hey, that ain't gonna be the case with Gaijin being the developer. The people that made War Thunder good, I don't think that they are with the company anymore. That's the really sad part. And I don't know what else to say. But to be honest, War Thunder could do so much more. War Thunder could be so much more. And it's not that the game is old. It's not that the game is bad. It's not that the game is hopelessly inadequate. It's just the case that War Thunder has a Gaijin problem. And that's it for me today. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give the video a like with it, subscribe if you want to see more, let me know your opinions in the comment section down below, and we'll see each other on the waves, in the skies, and on the battlefields of War Thunder. Ow.